Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Anand and Shashwat are still in Dubai and are unable to join us on the channel today. Hopefully we'll have them on the channel on Monday where we'll talk about stock specific videos and dive into macro and microeconomic conditions around the world. Till then I thought we'd talk about something you guys have been asking me a lot about, which is about starting a business. What do we have to do if you want to start a business? Is doing a business a good thing to do in this current environment? There's a couple of things I want you to keep in mind if you are planning to start a business. And these are very important things to keep in mind. It's more to do with your mindset and how you look at the business more than what your business is. Because it's important to keep in mind that your mindset plays an important role in how successful you are in your business than what you're actually doing. The first thing which I want you to stop doing is stop imagining. A lot of us see these videos online on YouTubers who are there who talk about, kind of rag to riches stories, how they just quit their job and started following their passion. And all this is very wonderful. And maybe some of it is true. It does work for some people. But by and large, for the general population, this is not true. You just can't imagine yourself and just follow your passion and suddenly become rich. It doesn't work like that. So the first thing which you have to remember is you can't keep building castles in air. You just can't imagine yourself into business or into a lifestyle. You have to really be ready for the realities of it, the sacrifices you have to make. Doing a business is a tremendous sacrifice which you have to take on, not only financially, mentally, and physically. You have to be ready for this challenge. And out of this thing which you have to be ready for the most is to be ready for failure. Most businesses tend to fail. Out of every one business which succeeds, there are probably 20, 30 businesses which fail. The case in point is if you just walk around, even in Chennai, in our city, if you go around and see the amount of restaurants that keep coming up, the amount of clothes shops that keep coming up, everyone comes up with a new idea. They think they can succeed. And sadly, it's just not the case. They over leverage themselves and the business is just not there to be done. And they wind up shop within 6 months. So these are something to keep in mind. Be ready for failure. Have a strong dose of reality in what you're doing. And really investigate and see, is this business something you really want to do? That being said, if you are keen on it and you are ready for this challenge of doing business, the second thing is change your circle of influence. Most of us, when we do create our circles of influences in life, like our friends and people we hang out with, it is not with the mindset of doing business. These are some things we were socially inclined to doing, socially influenced into doing, so we really didn't think about where our future is, that we want to be an entrepreneur or we want to be a businessman or a businesswoman. So we didn't think of all this when we were creating our circles of influences and circles of friends. So suddenly when you decide to become an entrepreneur or a business person, this clashes with your existing set of friends and circles of influence. You need to not only change your mindset, you need to change the people around you also. I'm not saying you need to abandon your friends. It's just that most of your friends may not be in the same inclination and mindset you are in. So it's important to find your new people, find a partner. Especially if you're doing business, I would strongly suggest that you find someone to work with, a friend or a person in it all alone. It can be very lonely to do a business. Trust me and Anand and my sister have tried businesses and we failed and succeeded in some, but we were always there together and we always had each other to rely on, which was a big, big bonus. Especially when things get very hard doing business, having a partner or a friend who's along the journey with you can pay in huge dividends. It's terrible to do something alone, especially doing business alone can be very boring very fast. So that is the second thing I want you to keep in mind. Think of the circle of influence you have around you and maybe it's time that you change it. Third thing which I want you to remember when you're trying to start a business or being an entrepreneur is your relationship with money. All of us have a relationship with money. We were taught to save money all the time. When you're doing business, when you're being an entrepreneur, saving money is not a goal. Learning to value time should be your goal. And you should not be afraid to spend money and invest money in your business, in your enterprise. So that can be a real change in the way you have your relationship with money. The way you look at money has to change. Money is a tool. It's not something that you accumulate, something you sit on. It's a tool like how you have skills, like how you know programming, how you know to talk to people, how you know English. Using money is a tool. And money is a very important tool in business. It is what helps you build your business and helps you build wealth. So your relationship and your mindset with money has to be very different. It cannot be the way we usually talk in this channel, which is the way Anand talks about, which is very true. That's why we always say business is not for everybody. We never encourage people to do business. So if you are going to do business, What is important is your relationship with money. And remember to maximize your efficiency, to work smart and not to work hard. Okay? Working hard is not the key here to being successful in business. Being successful in business is all about working smart. That means time allocation, time management, and to create systems and processes in your business. You should have spend a lot of your time in planning and creating a roadmap, which is very important in being a successful business person. 80%, 90% of successful business people are people who spend a lot of time creating roadmaps and who do contingency plans. If you don't have contingency plans and you don't have a roadmap and you don't have a situation of a plan B, plan C, plan D happening, it can become very dangerous very soon. And you can be in a position where you're stuck in the middle of a room, painting yourself into a corner, and nobody's there to help you out. So have systems and things in process. And what are the big things that helps you, which can help you in this is, we learned very late in the game, is writing and learning to journal. Every day spend time journaling, writing your ideas down. Very famously, Rock Wayne Johnson talks about it, The Rock, about putting your ideas down, not typing it, not putting voice memos, which a lot of us do and use. Yes, it's very useful to do that. But I would suggest actually physically taking a book and a pen and putting in pen to paper and writing things down. The reason why I say write it down is it helps you plan. It helps you put your thoughts together. It helps you to kind of like start visualizing what you want to do, which writing does. And especially when you sit and you read what you've written, reread them and share them and process the information, then you kind of start putting it together. You start sculpting the ideas which you have. It starts taking shape. So that's why I always strongly advise you to start journaling if something you're thinking about doing, which is business and being an entrepreneur. Get yourself a book, get yourself a diary, have a pen and paper with you, pen and book with you all the time, and keep putting your ideas down. And every day, end of the day, review what you've done, review what you've written. That's important because a big part of growing is reflection. So this is important. So this is something which I do suggest all people who are interested in starting a business is to start journaling and start recording your journey down. And the most important thing at the end, which is, I would say, creating a tribe. Creating a tribe is meaning that the people who work for your company are not your employees. They are partners who are invested in your business as much as you are invested in them. Remember, it's the salary which you're paying them. It's not for their time. It is for everything. It's just not a question of paying someone a salary because they come and do what they asked to do. You're paying them a salary to contribute to your business. They can have ideas, they can have opportunities they can show you, which you tend to miss. We all being human beings cannot see every single opportunity and see every single problem that may creep up and not have solution for every single thing that comes in our life. So these people who work for us, who join your business, are your partners, who are by extension help your business grow. And remember to be a strong chief. An army is as good as the general or the guy who's leading the army. So if your business needs to be a well-running machine, you should be a strong chief. That doesn't mean you have to be a dictator. Don't get me wrong there. Democracy is a wonderful thing, and I do encourage you to practice democracy in your business. Everyone should have room to grow and have ample voice in your business. But at the end of the day, the buck should stop on your table because you are the guy who owns the business. You are the chief of the business. So these are some of the things which I wanted to share with you today. If you are thinking about starting a business, that's why I said if you're starting a business, watch this. Because I wanted to keep these things in mind. Most of you who are asked me about starting business or asked Anand about starting business are very young, who are very green, who don't have a lot of experience but have a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of energy, which is great when you're thinking about starting a business. But the importance of this video is to tell you to slow it down a little bit, to take a dose of reality and plan. Spend more time planning and preparing than executing. So I hope you found this video interesting and useful. Thank you again for joining us today on this channel. Please do subscribe to this video and turn on the bell notification if you do like this content. And if you think this is something someone would be interested in or like, please do share this video with them. Once again, I'd like to thank you for joining us today on Be Rich.
I'm in Tokyo on work on the 5th of August 2023. I have a lot of following in Japan, Tokyo. Those who want to meet me in Tokyo on 5th August, kindly drop me an email on the address given below or contact us on WhatsApp there. My team would get in touch with you and facilitate the meeting. Once again, I thank you for your support for Be Rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.